Hello, hello. All right. Excuse me. Let's finish this up. Let's see. Turning into shadow. Right. Okay. Implement. All right. This is coding. Implement first shadow puzzle. Coding not started. Probably fit that into one day. Apologize for the obnoxious throat clearing. I just ate something. Just ate something spicy, to be more specific. um. Okay. Implement for shadow puzzle. So at that point, we've got the beginning, we've got the ending. Create beginning and ending. Dialogue slash cutscenes. Um, Main menu. I'll go ahead and put that on the 27th. Main menu, and then pause menu. We can definitely do it at the same time. Seventh. Then music. Not as good at music as I am at sound design, so I'm gonna give myself a full day for that. Sound design, I guess. Get rid of this. Music, we'll just do main menu, game theme, all other aspects, navigation. Set this to 29th. Then we submit on the 30th. And then stretch goals are additional puzzles. Additional shadow abilities. How do I... I always forget how to remove... Oh. You're right. I'm just dumb. It's fine. Okay. Development timeline. Does this start on 8? No, this starts at 6. Okay, well, I don't know what it's named, but otherwise, it's actually done. Shadows. Alchemy. It's all good, right? Yeah. All right. So at this point, I guess it's time to get started on the jam proper. Finish that on schedule. Okay. I'm gonna print this now. Actually no, because it doesn't have everything. It doesn't have the name and stuff. I guess we'll leave this on in progress. And then we'll just move in to art. I've never started with art, but it feels necessary just because of the core mechanic of this. So, nothing to it but to do it. Let's get started on my least favorite part of the process. Okay. Sweet. So we're just gonna do some 32 by 32s. What are we starting with? Player walk animation. So first things first, we gotta design our little player character, dude. So the thing I usually like to start with when I am doing art is just some outlines. Get an idea for what the general shape is. And sometimes I leave the outlines too. Just depends. This is already probably going to be too big of a gap. But as previously mentioned, I do not do art. So, I'm going to scrap a few different versions of this before I land on one that I like. I can already tell I'm not going to like this one. That's okay. So let's try this. That seems fine. We're going to want to make it less blocky eventually, but for now... yeah, let's just get to like here. Right. Shoulders start like here, probably. For the record, I have done art tutorials. I've done plenty of art tutorials. It just has never really clicked for me. That's why my art tends to just not look very good. And you know, that's fine. This doesn't really matter because they're getting a hat. That totally doesn't look like what we just had. Okay. We begin again. So, I think we need to not even bother with the outlines. And we need to make it a little smaller. I should be looking at reference material. Like, I'll try. 32 by 32. Solo art. See, like, look at this shit. This shit looks so good. God damn it. Why can't I be these people? Even this looks fine. Just want to make sure I'm not directly copying anything. Right, that's sideways. So they're doing full outlines. Like, I think I'm just overcomplicating the shapes is the thing. Well, there's also only one line there. These are all sides. Which I guess in all fairness, that's pretty valid, because you're not, like... Well, no, because when you're walking straight down, you're still walking straight down. See, like, that's fine. That's cute. Like, I could go all the way down to 16 by 16. Hey, Ram, thanks for stopping by, man. Hope you get some sleep. I'm not ignoring your DM, by the way. I just didn't want to reply to it on stream for obvious reasons. Yeah, have a good one, man. Like, I almost wonder. Well, let's see. 16 by 16. Right, that's where you just have, like, blobs. Blob hands. Like, I want to do 32 by 32. I just need to be better at it. That is the point of a game jam, after all. Improving skills. Got like the little feet, the outlines. So yeah, I'm doing too much. Shape is the thing. Weirdly. Like, you have to rely on the body parts being kind of stacked on top of each other to make it look like there's a shape. Okay, so let's do this. This might be the wrong... type of coloration to be using. So let's just give it a shot. Right, so we're gonna say the purple goes up to like maybe here and across. I also think this is still probably a bit too blocky, but it's a start. We're getting somewhere with it. Yeah, no, I already don't like it. What if I just really go for like total stick, right? That's a style. That is a style of variety. But if there's like some stripes. Actually, let's make these like sort of gray. Weirdly enough, I don't hate it. I think keeping it very, very simple might be the play here. Just accept the fact that I'm not that good at it. And just give it some personality to make up. Something's not proportionate here. Ah. Okay. How do people do witch hats? Kind of droops to one side, I guess. Yeah, that looks pretty cute. It's more than I think I can do, though. Reliably. But I get the idea, like, we start maybe down here. We start, like, here, because I want this thing to be, like, comically massive. That's kind of the thing. I don't know. We need to do, like... that, and then that. Okay, cool. Um... You know? I'm not too bothered by that. Yeah, I guess that's a good way of indicating which direction they're facing. This seems good. No. Let's... do that first of all. Let that at the end, and that. Excuse me. Let's take this, and let's just turn the alpha down. Down even more. Oop. God damn it. Work that time? Okay. Oop. There we go. I so rarely use a sprite that I just forget how half of it works. Oh, I started focusing there and I didn't actually say anything. Sorry about that, but just doing some shading. Trying my damnedest to make it look like I know how to make pixel art. You know what? I can deal with that. It's not a bad little character. I think they're kind of cute. Oh, I better change the names of these. I'm no longer doing the game design document. There we go. Now we just need an idol. Um, different. Right. Okay, so she's popping up a little bit. Okay. So yeah, about 2 pixels should be fine. So, I mean, first things first. Okay, that seems reasonable. Right. So we... I think we have to do something like that. As derpy as that looks. I don't think it'll look that out of place in the final product. So now we need to change all of this a little bit. So as you come down, that goes I know there's a setting that can let it, like, show up as a ghost in the background. I don't remember what it is, and I don't really feel like looking for it right now. Hello? There we go. So I'm just going to... It's a little too awkward, and it's not the right shape. And it's too thick. Yeah, I need to look this up. Um, Stream in sprite. hopefully. So the issue here is that it's too thick in general. It needs to be more like this. And actually, for that matter, that can come up a little bit. I mean, at that point, why not just... I don't feel like what I'm trying to do is that crazy. Right, so it would go there, and that seems fine. Yeah, that seems fine. Just need to erase this bit. And then reshade some of it. Yeah, that seems good. Actually, I want to make a new frame. I want to just go like this. Okay, that maybe wasn't the way to do it. So we take this. We delete this. We paste. Copy this. We paste it here. Let me drop it right there. There we go. And then... yeah. Make a new frame from here. Drop that at the end. But this time... this. Grab this. Actually, scratch that. Straighten. Machined Hearts, welcome to the Cult of Dev. I am your benefactor, the Dreadman himself. On this day you may ask of me one boon with the understanding that I may ask something of equal value from you in the future. Do you accept these terms? The contract is sealed. What is it you would ask of the Cult of Dev? I think I could do that. And people have been asking some reasonable boons today. I could probably add a slice of pizza to the game, yeah. Then you come here. This one we delete that. Anyway, Machined Hearts, welcome to the stream. Hope you're doing good. What kind of game am I making? I am making a top-down puzzle game where the general premise is you are an alchemist, you accidentally turned yourself into a living shadow, and you can't interact with anything in your lab, but you can shade things and expose things to the sun. You can move from shadow to shadow, and so you have to try to create the antidote by just causing chain reactions with your shadow, basically. I wouldn't say it's a roguelike. More just puzzle. I don't have roguelike in my tags still, right? I'm working on a roguelike outside of the gym, but yeah, no, it's more just like you just have to set a roguelike vibe to it. Yeah, I could see it being a roguelike, but it's more just like you have a list of ingredients that you have to put into the cauldron, and like a temperature has to be, and for example, maybe you move, so you are a shadow. You can only move while you're within other shadows in your workshop. So in order to move around, you have to get like your body. So if you can have your feet in one shadow and your head stretch into another shadow, and then you can move into that shadow, right? And that's how you kind of get around. And so one thing you might do in the world is cause things to move so that they create new shadows for you to move around in. But the main mechanic you have, right, is you can remove sunlight from things. So for example, maybe there's a plant, and maybe you shade that plant with your body. And when you shade that plant wilts. And when that plant wilts, its shadow moves because it's no longer perked up. And then at that point, Irene. And then at that point, maybe you move out of the way, and a vial that was sitting on the shelf that was being shaded by the plant is now no longer being shaded by the plant. That vial in the sunlight explodes, causing something else to fall off of the shelf, and then that rolls into the cauldron, and that's how you get the ingredient. Right, like those sorts of things is what you would do to create the potion. And the goal is to create an antidote to turn yourself back into a human. But if there's time, I'm going to have it be so that each time, so there's maybe 2 or 3 additional mechanics that get added in. Like you brew a potion, it's supposed to fix you, but instead it just gives you more shadow powers. And then you have to use those to try to brew a new potion that's hopefully going to be the one to fix you. But yeah, it's fully a puzzle game. If you do something wrong, it'll just reset. Or, you know, set back that puzzle. If there's multiple potions you have to brew, then it'll just reset the room for that potion, essentially. Let's see, so... I guess we don't need this frame, because it's just the same as the first frame. When you play it like this, it looks dumb, obviously, but... Here, let me just... I know there's better ways to do this, but I never do art myself, so don't judge me. Yeah, I think once it's in game, that'll look fine. I think the end of that just needs anticipation before he bends or pushes. The tip should dip down as he crouches and then pop up when he pops up. Well, the idea is like he bends down, and so the hat kind of stays behind and then comes down after him, and then he straightens up, and then the hat kind of pops up a little bit because he straightened up, and then comes back down. Like the hat's experiencing some inertia, basically. I think when the timing is a little different, right? When I actually have the frame set up in game, it should look fine. I don't do art if it's not obvious. So this is just... There's a lot of moving parts too, yeah. I think this will be fine. Like, I'm not gonna be wowing anyone on the art factor, that's just not what I'm good at. So, it just needs to be passable. So I'm gonna be firmly in the programmer art realm. Yeah. What are you making for it? I'm soloing the whole thing because that's just how I like to do jams, but it does just mean that certain aspects of it suffer, which is fine. Making a breakout Metroid hybrid, you traverse with the ball and paddle, explore and solve puzzles with Metroid mode. That sounds pretty cool. Big fan of Metroidvanias. Save. Had big Metroidvania dreams when I started designing it and realized even just a few power-ups were going to be a huge effort, so I stuck to 3. Yeah. Yeah, outside of the jam, I'm working on a roguelike, and man, the scalability of effects is insane. I could never do something like that for a jam. Like, I probably could with just a few, but it gets out of hand quick. Sport as... I always do this. Where did it actually go to? Not where I wanted it, I'm sure. Oh, no, it did. Okay. Never mind then. People like it have ideas to expand it, but since this is one of my first games, I'll go easy on the feature set. Yeah, it makes sense. Have you done other jams? Done a personal jam as a challenge myself years ago. This would be the first public jam I've done. Oh, cool. Nice. This is my 6th game jam, I believe. First one's definitely always the hardest. Okay, now I have to do... Well, actually, let's just grab all of these. Now that I think about it. Excuse you. just want to grab all of these. I don't understand why that doesn't work. Alright, fuck it. We'll just do this. This makes more sense anyway. I don't know why I was doing it the other way. Support. Idle. Side. Yeah, seems good. I just have to. Um. What? Was that right? Oh, I guess that was right. Sport. Up. Now we just need to do the running animations, which I'm not looking forward to. And then the shadow animations, of course. I'm sorry I'm not more engaging. Got pretty tired all of a sudden. Part of it's just the art art exhausts me because it takes part of my brain that I'm not used to using. Bubble the sprite like classic South Park. I mean... Maple Maggie, welcome to the Cult of Dev. I am your benefactor, the Dread Man himself. On this day, you may ask of me one boon, with the understanding that I may ask something of equal value in the future. Do you accept these terms? And that is the right attitude. The contract is sealed. What would you have from the Cult of Dev? Exactly one golden doubloon. Yes, as the all-powerful, almighty benefactor of the Cult of Dev, this is something that would be very easy, trivial even. I'm definitely not broke and can definitely do this. I just need to gather my power here. Are they gone? Guys, I don't have a golden doubloon. Indeed. You're the first person to ask something unreasonable today. I'm happy I got to use the poof. Maple Maggie, how's it going? Yes, you have once again been scammed into a cult. You are forever a member, and there's nothing you can do about it. You just have to spend the rest of your life making games. All seriousness though, I hope you're doing good. Thanks for stopping by. Not too bad. My own hand hurts from doing pixel art for my jam project, so now you've got to put up with me while I rest. No, I'm not putting up with you. Thanks for being part of the stream. You're probably better at pixel art than I am. I have no idea what I'm doing. I'm just winging it. And, you know, I got the brilliant suggestion of just, oh god, now it's nightmare fuel. Rotating in 32 by 32 was a mistake. Oh god, it's worse. This will be the run animation. Here we go, problem solved. Imagine you wake up at 3 a.m. and this is just running down the hall towards you. There's part of me that's so tempted to do this just for the fucking memes, but I don't think it would translate well to the jam. I think people would have some questions. New sleep paralysis demon unlocked. Let's see. What I will do, though... Pixel art isn't a fan of rotation, I see. It is not, turns out. Fun fact. These are the facts they don't want you to know. So I am just going to do the most basic bitch run possible. That's going to go up. This is going to go in. I feel like I need to do something with the hat, though. The hat. There's a little bob here. Probably do a bob while they're running, too. But I don't even know how I would do that. Just doing a pixel art hat rotation. I mean, if you insist. Somehow I rotated it exactly back to where I was, but it didn't turn out correct. So I guess it's fairly normal. Hang on, if I just... Let's start here. Some pixel art was lost in the Shadow Realm during the trip? Indeed it was. That's the only explanation. You must be right. So, if we do this... Then we do a new frame. We do the same thing, but... erase those. We bring this up. Put that there. Is that how the other one looks? Yeah, okay. It's so derpy. That's fine though. As I said, I'm not trying to win any awards on art. I'm not going to. But what I should do is I should take this hat. I should delete this. I should put that there. Do the same here. Now the hat wiggles. With better timing, I think it'll look fine. I mean, not fine, but good enough. Good enough for someone who's not an artist. Yeah, it's fine. A little wiggle. We can call those cloth physics if we squint hard enough. Maple Maggie, if you're still here, what's your idea for the jam? What's your concept? What are you doing with it? So here's the question. We're doing, now get this, a Viking mecha versus cosmic horror vampire survivors, like. I fucking love that. Those are so many words that do not go together in any circumstance. And yet I want to play it. You know what I should do? Do that. And then I should reverse these. No, not that. That. Delete that. Put that there. There we go. I can live with that. Now, here's the thing. There's a world. I'm not saying it's a good world, but it's a world of some variety. Where we just move the eye over 1 pixel. And then say that this is the sideways running animation. It looks so wrong. It looks like they're just looking over while running straight at you. In no way would that ever work. But if only. Work smarter, not harder. Yeah, that's the goal, but But it's not gonna work. I know it's not gonna work. It's not the way to do it. I know it's not, but man, wouldn't it be nice. What we can't do. So, I'm gonna go ahead and save this. Then we will export the sprite sheet. Export this as MC underscore run underscore down. But what we can't do to work smarter, not harder, is what I did before. And we can at least have front and back be virtually identical. Just a few minor tweaks. Working solo as part of a team. I'm doing it solo. I always do game jams solo. Is that how I did these? Solo game dev life, yeah. Hey. I can just do this. Contemplate going solo, but I have a very small set of skills. Read as I cannot program to save my life. Yeah. I make games for a living. This Cursed Abomination was my Pyro Software Game Jam entry for the last one. But this is everything I've made. The studio tried to make commercial games. In a manner of speaking, yeah. Commercial games just meaning games that are for sale. I have one game, Halcyon, is for sale. Beasts of Burden is free. It's currently, I'm in the process of remaking it. Let Me Adam is another game that I'm working on. That one's a roguelike. You play as a mad scientist who failed to conquer the world, so he shrunk himself down to the size of the ant and decided to conquer the bugs in his backyard instead. Beasts of Burden is based off of the Evertale, like, creepypasta ads that were totally fake and led nowhere. It also had, like, a moment of internet fame because it got mentioned on the Game Theorists a couple of years ago. That didn't make it do particularly well because it was my first game and it kind of sucks, but I'm remaking it. Yeah. 20 Days of Quarantine was my first game jam game. It's broken as fuck, don't play it, but you play as a dude who's on lockdown for 20 days, and the entire point of it is, like, each day is a literal real-world hour, and there's things you can do to pass the time, but some of the things you can do to pass the time will actually hurt your sanity, and then you lose faster. Under the Curtain was my second game jam game. Um, it centers around the concept of kind of snap decisions and how situations aren't what you would think they were at first glance, and it kind of centers on the feeling that you get as a player when you're prompted to do something and you feel as though you have to do it. You don't feel like you can do anything else or think about it. Do As I Do is the only web game that I've made in the past, and the audio doesn't work on the web version, but it's a platformer where basically you have a little shadow you that will imitate whatever you last did. So you run through the game as them, and then when they die, it starts over, they replay whatever movements you did, and then that will help you pass the level on basically your half of the screen. Let's see if it'll even run. There's a good chance that the current version is broken just because of web API. Yeah, no, I don't think it's gonna run. There is a desktop version. The Corner of Your Eye is a game about mental health, as a lot of my games are. It has to do with psychosis. This is also when I was going by Audio Dread before I actually started a registered LLC. But yeah, basically this masked dude is following you around, but every time you turn around to try to look at him, you can only catch a glimpse of him, and then he turns into some object. It's meant to simulate an actual experience that I had with some of the mental health issues that I have. Something I like to do with the horror genre specifically is spread awareness about different experiences that people can have with mental health. And I find that horror is actually a really effective way to communicate the way that some of these things feel. Oop. Halcyon is a game that I made alongside someone who I'm not really friends with anymore, but that's a whole other thing. It is a side-scroller action shooter / Souls-like, kind of. Some Metroidvania elements. Halcyon has now been made free is a lie. I should probably delete that because I was only able to do it for a while. And then The Nightmare Never Ends is a Slender clone with my shitty 3D model. But where I make my money is as a freelancer. I make games for other people. These are just the ones that I personally had a lot to do with or made entirely myself. Anyway. Self-promotion aside, back to art. One was my favorite to make. I hate it when people ask me questions like that. Hang on. No, I actually really did enjoy making Careful Where You Step. I like Beasts of Burden because it, is my first game. I think the concept is cool, but the execution is really bad. So I can't say it was like my favorite to make. The Nightmare Never Ends I was really happy with, but my cat passed away mid-development, so I can't say I really enjoyed making it in that regard. That was a very traumatic time. Yeah, I think probably careful where you step, honestly. This is a weird game. It is, I tried to tackle surrealism as best as I could. All of the art is like this. I watercolored stuff on paper and then took pictures of it and cropped it out to make this effect. It was a ton of work. I stayed up 36 hours straight at one point, and you can find that full stream VOD somewhere on my YouTube channel. Yeah, this was fun. It was weird. It was creative. It was artsy. I liked it. This has probably been my favorite game so far, and it was the last game I released. Sorry to hear that. Yeah, thank you. It's been over a year now, but yeah, there's a little. I don't know if it's in the description. Yeah. There's a little in memory of her in the description of the game, and then I put a picture of her at the start of the game as well, with a little RIP, so... Yeah, game's cool, but the circumstances I made it in, I didn't, you know, obviously were terrible, and there's no way around that. But... no. Yeah, this script. Okay. Now I know where I am. Okay. Yeah, I mostly make scary games. This is kind of a rare occurrence to see me making a fun, cute game like this. But the concept I came up with was just more cutesy, so... There we go. Bam. Export. Run. Up. Now I just have to make running sideways work. Ugh. Thank you, Maple Maggie. I just have to do one running sideways, and then... got to do the shadow form, which should be a little bit easier, because I just kind of want to make him a glob that moves around. So let's see. Well, start a new one. Let's actually grab this first. There's this one. New. Okay. Save this one. It's run. Size. Okay. So now, prepare to be amazed, as I change the entire perspective by moving the eye 1 pixel. Thou hast never seen such witchcraft. Real alchemy is the animations we made along the way. You're not wrong. So now, get ready for the real insanity, alright? I'm gonna take this. We're gonna make it a little smaller. Alright? Y'all following? You seeing this insanity? In fact, what if I made it even smaller? And just made a leg disappear, because that makes sense. But no. Put it here. Go ahead and add some extra gray right there. Right. Now, we're gonna just entirely erase that arm. And that arm. We're gonna have this arm. Come forward. That contrasts so badly. Oh my dear God. To make it remotely possible to tell that this even is an arm, we're gonna have it come like this instead. Which, for that matter, I guess, yeah, it sits here, right? And then I guess we bring this forward as this leg comes up. At that point, I think we take the whole thing. We lift it up 1 pixel, right? Then we just cut off their legs, as is totally normal to do. This entirely does not look right. For the record, nothing about this looks correct in any way. Now the real question is, do I have a fuck to give? And I do believe the answer is no. I think we're gonna live with this. And I think it's gonna be fine. And then of course, we need to do something to indicate that the arm is moving backwards, because we wouldn't want this to look unrealistic, after all. No, no, no. Single pixel arm and leg are so hard, though. I did it for platformer I've been working on, and Dell looks whack. Though she had an 8-frame run cycle, so I had a bit more to work with than a 3-frame. Yeah, see, the thing is, I'm not an artist. I don't do pixel art. I tried to do it with more pixels, and it looked worse. So I just, if you do 1 pixel, right, at least you have an excuse for it looking like shit. People expect it to not look that good, so it's fine. Right, and then at the exact same time, that one's moving forward, right? Then we do this frame again. We move right here. And we make it look exactly the same. And then we do this frame again. Why am I duplicating frames when we can just have one version of it on the sprite sheet, you might ask? Because I'm not an artist. And it turns out when you're not an artist, you do things that are dumb sometimes, and that's okay. Looks so janky. Now, elbow pops up back there from the other one. You know, I actually don't hate it when you put it together like that. It weirdly works. I wasn't expecting it to look this good. Okay. It's not as bad as I thought it was going to be. Same. It honestly looks better than the other ones that I put more effort into, so you know? Who fucking knows? Who knows why anything does what it does? Feel like it works pretty good? Yeah, you know? Seems fine. The only thing we need is a droop tat on a couple of the frames. Oop. No, no, no. As you go up. Fix the eyes in a second. Not that. Obviously, it'll be slowed down. You know, I can't even be mad about it. I came into this not knowing pixel art. I came out of this not knowing pixel art, but I can kind of fake it to make something that looks pretty cool. We're gonna call that a win. So, let's see. Shadow movement animation is next. That's how I started pixel art. I still don't know what I'm doing that half the time. Yeah. I don't do visual art well. Yeah. I just don't. I've always been an audio guy. Yeah, so the shadow, I think I'm gonna do something a little... I'm doing it like 32 by 32. But I think in shadow form, you were just a blob with vaguely blob-like shape. Nope, that's a penis. Okay, we're gonna ignore that happened. I like doing art and animation, they don't like me. Yeah, same. I completely understand. Aggie, shut up. Sometimes you try to make a random shape, and the shape is not so random. This is a mature stream, guys. Can't be having this lowbrow humor. Make a like persona and put the... No. We're not stooping to that level. Also, the rules specifically state no nudity, and I feel like this would probably violate that. Steal your blob. Yeah. Anyway, let's make the blob slightly less phallic, and then we'll be good. So, no. I guess we just have a head. And then it comes to a point this way. And then we have like some vaguely arm-like things. And some vaguely leg-like things. That seems fine. Perhaps a Dragon Quest homage. Yeah, so this is the general shape. And then I think we go here. I want to fill it in with some like, right, because we need the player to be able to kind of stand out when they're in other shadows. So we got to be careful about how we do this. Yeah, actually, I think we need to redraw these with... Are the maps going to be taller or wider in general? Well, it's just going to be one room. I think it'll probably all fit in the camera, is kind of my goal. This all takes place basically in your workshop, so... I'd say, though, like, to that effect, probably still taller rather than wider. That little lad looks like he just wants a hug. I'd hug him. I don't think you can. That's kind of the whole premise. Hint away. I mean, you do you, man. There. We have a wavy little dude. Um, and make it a little darker some places. And then we want to specifically have like some bits kind of trailing off. Maybe we don't. Hang on. I might just do particle effects in Unity for that. Right. New frame. New layer. No? God damn. You go there. I want to just have the vaguest of a shape to follow. We want to not be super precise about following it. Now we delete that. This again. New layer. Move this one up here. Turn the opacity down. Then follow the general shape of it. Delete it. Delete. I didn't make this dark enough. And down. It's 2 a.m. I should probably get some shut-eye. We'll definitely drop in again. Good luck with the jam. Thank you. You have good luck as well. Thanks for stopping in. Yeah, it's only 10 p.m. for me, but definitely go get some rest. I look forward to playing your, what did you call it? Hang on. Viking Mecha versus Cosmic Horror Vampire Survivors like. That's gonna be interesting, I'm sure. Here's our little shadow dude, though. I feel like I'm selling pretty well that you're, you don't have a form. And then you'll probably just move, like, head first towards wherever you're moving now that you don't. Also, have cat. This cat is still well. I'll let you know the name of it once we get one, so you can find it once the jam is over. Yeah, definitely do. You have a good night. Thanks for hanging out. Yeah, I think I'm gonna call this good. Oh. Shadow. Export spreadsheet. Export. All right. So there's that. Okay. We finished the task early. You think I'm gonna call the stream here for anyone who's still watching? Feeling pretty fried. Don't think I'll be able to do much more of importance, but I got ahead of it a little bit, which I'm happy about. Tomorrow, hopefully, I'll be back with some more art. Getting all of the art out of the way first, so I can get into the other stuff that I'm better at and enjoy a little bit more. So. Machined Hearts, yeah. Thanks for stopping by. Thanks for hanging out. Appreciate it. Anyone who's watching VOD, you know what to do if you ever want to catch a live. And with that, I will.